Utilization. This is 30% of your credit score. This one item can make a huge difference on your score. Let's see how you can raise your score by potentially 150 points with these little tricks. Now, if you want to know how to get the best credit score possible, you need to learn how to play the game. This is what you will learn if you watch this video and subscribe to watch future videos. Let's get into this. If you have a credit card with a $1,000 limit and it is maxed, you are using 100% of your available credit. Even if you're making all of your payments on time, you are still considered a high risk as you are maxed out. Now, if that same card has a $500 balance, it is at 50%. You are still look bad to the scoring system. You must learn to keep your balance below $300 or 30%. Now, if you look at this chart, you will see that 30% of your credit score is utilization. In other words, using your credit cards and not paying by the statement date or rolling over a balance, you can max out your score and remove 30% or potentially add 30% if you pay off your cards. Now let's look at some numbers. If you're maxed out on your cards and your score is a lowly 600, it could go up by as much as 180 points just by paying off your cards. There will be another way we will discuss towards the end of the video, so make sure to watch all the way through for that nugget to drop. This is a potential game changer to people with low scores and maxed out credit cards. Heck, even if your score went up by half of that, it would take you into a much better area. Now, on a side note, Fico 10 has the ability to look back up to 24 months. And as we can see on my Equifax, this screenshot shows my reported balance on the due date from the 1st of November through March. It reported in 0 in April. Now, the second screen shows my actual payments each month, the high balance, and my credit limit for each month. For this reason, it is imperative that you never exceed 50% of your card's balance. Get your credit utilization below 10%, and to keep it there all the time by using your card and paying it weekly to keep the balance low. Now, to get that magic number, it is an easy thing to do. Just take your credit card limit and multiply by 0.10. So if you have a $300 card, you want to keep it below $30. If you have a $500 card, make sure to keep it below $50. If you have a $1,000 card, keep it below $100. And if you have a $10,000 card, keep it below $1,000 when it reports on the statement date. So how do you find your statement date? It's simple. You just call your card and ask. There's a number on the back of your card. Just call them and say, what is my statement date? Let's talk about the other side. If you have a decent score, say a 700, and you don't pay before the statement date, if you report just over 10%, your balance could drop as little as 6% or about 42 points. If you show a 30% or more, it will really affect your score, driving you potentially down all the way into the 500s. This is why keeping your balances low on the statement date is important. Of everything in your credit report, you can control and affect on a month-to-month basis. Utilization is one of the easiest to control and one of the largest to penalize you if you mess up. Now, if your utilization is high, you can lower it by paying down the balances, and I will tell you a trick there in a minute, but there is another way to reduce your utilization, simply adding more credit. Yep, it's as simple as that. Try to add another card, or getting a credit line increase will give you more credit, and that does reduce your utilization percentage. This does not mean you can use it. I have 6 cards that I keep in my sock drawer just to increase my credit availability. Most high-scoring people have 10 or more credit cards, and some have more than 20. It helps your score in multiple ways. However, it will reduce your score if you go out and add a bunch of new credit cards, so I do not recommend adding a bunch of new cards at this time. 9 months before I made this video, I had 0 credit cards and a terrible score just below 600. Today, I have 9 cards. I still have a score of only 652, but the cards I have acquired were with the knowledge that I was hurting my score today to see a huge increase tomorrow. Make sure to pay down your cards. Now, here's 2 ways to do it. 1, you can get a consolidation loan and pay them all off at one time. For some, this is a good idea, but it's not possible for everybody. Number 2, there is an easy method to learn, but it does take some dedication and it is not quick. List all of your cards from the lowest amount owed all the way up to the highest with your minimum payment due each month. On lowest card, pay an extra $10, $20, $100 to the smallest amount each month until it is paid off. Add that loan's minimum amount to your extra amount and pay that each month to the second lowest amount. Pay it off. Add that payment to the third amount and pay it off. Continue doing this until everything is paid to 0. Now to recap, only carry 1 or 2 cards. Pay off each week and don't carry a balance. Make sure you know what your statement date is so that your card is paid before that date. If you have utilization that is high now, try to get another card or a credit line increase to reduce your utilization percentage. Put all your cards in your sock drawer except for 1. Don't use them all the time, but do pull them out every couple of months and use them a little bit, say for a breakfast sandwich or lunch one day. Make sure to pay it off right away. Folks, I hope you've gotten a nugget of good information out of this video. If you have, make sure to hit the thumbs up button below. Make sure to subscribe as I break down ways to repair your credit, review offers, and as I have improved mine, I have 5 here to look through and review for you guys, as well as go over my strategy to improve my life by using credit responsibly. Until next time, I'm out.